Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dani for Dani Tutorials, and today I'm gonna show you how to make this Princess Minnie. You can make it with clay, with polymer clay, called porcelain, fondant. Before we start the video, please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell buttons for notifications to new contents. And we are going to start making her dress. I am using a styrofoam ball, then I cut it so a little piece off just to give you the shape of my dress, and I'm gonna open light pink clay and cover that whole part. My ball was inside, it was empty, it's not like a full thing, but if you have any type of ball, you can just cut it the piece to be level on the floor. And if you're using polymer clay or you don't have a styrofoam ball, you can make the same shape with aluminum foil and just cover it. So now I got the whole excess under and the ball, and I'm just using the palms of my hands to smooth everything out. And now I'm gonna get all the excess off and just start giving the finishing in the bottom. I don't normally worry about the bottom because I always put my toppers, cake toppers, or whatever I'm making on the top of acrylic base, so I don't need to worry about. And now we're going to make 2 teardrop shapes in pink for the sleeves, and we're going to start with the little dress. I'm using this a little bit darker pink. We're gonna make a teardrop shape and flatten out a very long one to go from the bottom of the dress to the top of the dress, just like that. And I'm using a cookie cutter, a rounded one, to make 5 little marks, like is a pleat on the dress. Just remember how many you make, because you're gonna need to repeat it in every single side just to look continuous and don't then somebody mess it up your dress. So we're gonna do that on the whole dress. I like to put one mirror to each other to the other side, so I know how many I need each side. And I'm just gonna be sure that I'm making 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5, just like that. And then we're gonna make the whole dress, putting them together and pushing the excess on the bottom, from the bottom to top. So there where we're going to leave the excess. If you need to cut it a little bit, is that okay too? Please leave me a comment to see if you like this. I would try to put all the materials linked down below for you guys. And let me know what you guys want to see. You want to see some other Disney, like Goofy or Pool? Just let me know so I can make a video for you. So as you can see, I'm just going slowly and be sure then we're gonna put it all the way around. If you need to make the last one a little smaller, it's okay. Just use a smaller cookie cutter to make the pleats on the bottom so they look like they're the same. Okay, just like that. I'm cutting the top because I already have a lot of excess of the clay up there, and I don't want to be too thick and look bulky. So for now on to the top, I will be cutting because I do not need to hide the light pink anymore. Just be sure then all the sides are touching each other, because you don't want any of the clay to shrink and then show the bottom part of the dress. It looks like it's not a dress, then it was just pieces. So be sure then the dark pink sides are touching in each other. Last one. Be sure then on the top is always smooth and right, and don't forget your pleats. So now I'm just being sure then where the lines are going down, then my pleats are getting together. So I'm just marking them to touch the line to look like a dress. The same way you're making this dress, you can make the dress for Belle. It's kind of really similar in how we make this one, but then after you put it, you know, the roses and things like that, but it's kind of really similar. I'm using the same color pink than I use for the dress for the sleeves, just to give a little bit more details. I don't know how video goes, but I just cut it, I cookie cut at the start, and I put the body at the teardrop shape and the body. I don't know why it was on video, on my battery die or didn't make, but the only thing I did was cut the stars and put it there. Now I'm using a 50 millimeters ball, and I'm gonna cover with black. Just like that. Just smooth everything out. And now I open a little bit of skin color. I make a little pick in the middle, and I'm gonna start making like it was the top of a heart. I normally make a Minnie face this part with a hard cookie cutter, but I didn't have any of them, then was the size I needed. And also I wanted to show you guys, if you don't have the cookie cutter, how you can make that face too. And now we're gonna place on the ball. And you push it in for the skin color kind of penetrates in the black a little bit. It doesn't look like he's putting on top of it. It's gonna look like it's one same thing. I made a roll, and I'm rolling my 2 fingers on the outside just like that. So the outside is the cheeks, and then the middle is where the mouth and the nose are going to be. Just kind of twist it and turn and get all the excess and marks off. And that's the base of our Minnie face. Then we're gonna place right at the edge of that other piece we just put in our face. Push it up, always up, and then get that excess on the bottom is smooth, and then we have her little face. I'm opening her mouth and being sure that everything's okay. I made 2 balls, and I'm gonna flatten out for the ears. And I'm making a little ball, a teardrop shape-ish for the nose. And we're gonna place right up there. I am making a roll, and I'm gonna cut in half, very skinny and very tiny for the arms. So we're gonna place aside. And now we're going to start making the hand. The hand position is gonna depend how you want it to be. She can be holding a candle, holding a present, holding Mickey's hands, holding the dress. So that you're gonna need to decide. I'm showing the basic one. You open a teardrop shape and flatten out and cut a little V to separate the thumb and the fingers. I am making them just down on the dress, pretty simple. So if you guys want to see more hands, I have tons of videos of Mickey and Minnie on my channel, that she's in a different position, that she's not a princess. So if you're not familiar on my channel, you can go down on the list of videos, and you're gonna find Minnie in different positions and shapes and colors. So just to let you know, if you want to see another position for the hand, if that makes sense. I cut at the middle of the fingers, and I'm gonna just smooth it out around. Shouldn't be anything straight. You want all the fingers a little curvy and without the marks. And I'm making the thumb a little smaller than the fingers, so I cut it in half. I want this hand to don't just be the hand, to be like a glove for a princess. So I'm gonna get the excess of the hand and pull it out, rolling, to make a little bit longer on her lower arm. So it's gonna look like a little glove. And that's what I'm doing. And then I'm just gonna cut a little bit the excess, because you don't want the part of the glove to be too thick. I'm just opening up with my hand just to make a little bit wider, and then I'm gonna place that little arm, then we put it aside and close, squishing it together just to make the glove. Try to don't get the edge too close to the arm because you want it to feel like she's wearing it. That's not part of her arm. And just be sure then all the fingers after you did that is still in the place you want them to be. I open a skinny snake with the same pink I use for the base of the dress, just to give even more detail. I open up a little bit of the sleeve we made it and set aside, and then I'm just gonna glue in place. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other hand. The only thing that's different that you need to remember is that your thumbs are always close to the body, so when you're making the hands, they are like mirrored to each other. So if you cut the V in one side for the right one, you're gonna cut the V shape on the left one to the other side. So be careful when you make hands to place them in the right side. I'm just cutting the center to separate the fingers, and I'm gonna try to make everything, this hand a little bit wider between the fingers so we don't lose the shape when we put it on the top of the dress. And we're gonna do the same thing that we did to the other one to try to get all the excess of the white clay up to finish after we finish the hand to make the glove, like the continuation to make the glove. I am going to use the same tool to open, and then we're gonna place the arm, and put the pink detail around it. Leave the where the two ends of the pink connects in the back so you don't see it. Fold the hand the way you want it to be, place on the sleeve, and we're gonna glue on the body. I am putting this hand a little bit more towards the front of the dress. Be sure that you leave that little space between the end of the glove and the arms to give that impression on both sides. Now I have the dress, and we're going just to make a flat circle with a dark pink and a little V shape, just to make the little finishing on the top of the dress, like a collar. I am putting a little bit of pink inside the mouth just to give a little color. And now a little ball in black just to give impression of the neck. I'm using this cutter for my bows, but since they normally cut with the outline, then I don't want, so I like to push in the middle, and then it's like a plunger, but it normally has the outside, and I don't like that, so I normally use like that. I put the clay inside and then just plant on the little where the dress are touching each other, like the balls, and then we're gonna do that for all of them. You totally can use just a silicone mold or make the balls yourself. I make a bigger one, that's the middle plunger I have, but this one I want to make more like the mini pink bowl, then it's kind of wider on the top than is in the bottom, and I put in the back of the dress. I'm cutting a little piece of silver wire, and I'm gonna fold it as like a C to make a base of her ring, and I just glue it a little crystal on top, and it's just like a little tiny engagement ring. Every princess needs diamonds, right? And I place on her finger. I had this old little crown. I'm just cutting all the excess. It's for little girls, I think, for parties, like party favor you can find anywhere. I think I got this at Party City. And then I'm just gonna place on top of the head. Just be sure where I want it first. Make kind of like an indentation, and we glue it there. Use I have 2 picks to hold the ears. And we are almost done, guys. Here it is. I place on the body just to be sure that everything is symmetrical and good shape. And now we're gonna paint the eyes when your Minnie is completely dry. I'm using white acrylic paint and black acrylic paint. And I also use a pen to make some eyelashes, but I waited to dry a little bit more, and I didn't want to wait for you guys to see this tutorial, but I made 3 little eyelashes in each one of her eyes, as you can see, and she's completely done. I hope you guys have fun with this. Make it her. As I said in the beginning of the video, you can make Belle's dress in a yellow, just like this. Instead bows, you can put the roses. I hope it's an easy way for you guys to learn and to make your own mini princess. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my channel. I hope everybody's safe and sound at home from this crazy coronavirus is outside. I have way more tutorials for you guys to have fun on my channel, and I talk to you guys pretty soon. Bye.